Well, folks, I hope you've grabbed some snacks and either finished it or thrown it away, because you'll lose your appetite over VRChat's biggest predator ever. So the other day I was strolling through YouTube looking for a video to watch, like we all do, while eating my chocolate chip muffin. And when I clicked on Markiplier's video, something strange on the side had caught my attention. A Has-Been Hotel VRChat video with a title that reads, "Severing ties with the Beatles VRChat fanbase, ignoring false allegations, and last message to my enemies."
As you just saw, I burned down every Beatles world that was made by Hoxton and those toxic ass folk in the Beatles VRChat community that drove me nuts, believed Bob Dylan Simp's false accusations, turned their backs on me. I have a lot to say, but you know what? I think it's better if I just burn it down and ignore the beef or drama and false allegations toward me altogether. Because it's all just like talk, using old text, old out of context.
I was shocked after watching this video. I was like, yikes, poor kid must have got kicked out of lunch circle for being a little too weird. Well, that's what it sounded like, but boy was I wrong, both about him being a kid and being involved in a lunch circle. I have no doubt that this guy does not get invited to any parties. In fact, the only parties that he does get invited to are most likely Diddy parties. So curiosity killed the cat, and I went further and further through the jungle of horrible, did I say horrible? Fan Has-Been Hotel VRChat content that left me wanting to live the rest of my life outside. I'm not even joking. I want to go touch grass after seeing all of this. Eventually, I stumbled upon a YouTube short and clicked on it. The title was Lilith MS to My Enemies. It was this short that was titled very strangely, and at the very start of this short were, well, you guessed it, several personal Discord usernames that this man considered enemies. Wow, that's not incriminating at all.
If you come over and start drama like this again, I will physically beat your ass and make sure that you cannot or no longer spread this. Because this is bullshit. This is all bullshit.
The situation with this individual seemed quite intense, and I was confused as to why, if it was all just some sort of gag or joke. But very clearly, it wasn't a joke, especially with the usernames being involved and this person freaking out.
He is not a pedo. He will never be a pedo. He has never done anything bad. He has never done anything sexually related bad, and will never.
I'd just like to point out that at one point, Lucifer is obviously the one recording, and he nods, like gives a nudge to her to be like, oh, keep going. It really seems like Lucifer is trying to manipulate this individual, whose name I shall keep blurred, into apologizing on his behalf for his behavior. I decided to reach out to one of the individuals who were mentioned in his short video / short content, and the individual got back to me surprisingly very quickly. I told him that his Discord username was being used against his own will and knowledge, and he told me that he could explain everything but not through text. And as I was about to get to my car to go to McDonald's, I got a Discord call. I stopped, dropped, and rolled back to my PC and forgot about eating until hours later. Finally, I had made contact with someone who could tell me what was happening and what was going on. And he opened with a statement that was shocking.
Edwin Rios, whatever the hell you want to call him, is a pedophile. He has ERP'd with so many minors at this point. And if in the video you saw someone by the name of DriftRowWolf, that's a fake admin of VRChat.
At the time of recording this, I had no idea who DriftRowWolf even was. I thought it was some sort of made-up fantasy creature, but you guys will learn who that is later. We have some dirt on that guy as well. So look forward to that in the near future.
Which is even funnier, because they also ERP'd with a minor, and they're 19. Basically, file, racist, bro called me a faggot. Trying to think what else. Him saying he wanted someone to rip avatars. which I think he has that as a YouTube post. which is really funny.
See, at this point we were learning more and more about Lucifer's questionable character, whether it be from supposedly grooming children, or calling people the F-slur, or saying the N-word, or doing several other despicable actions.
I'm gonna spoiler this, but you can use this in the video that you make. Brookie in that image is a minor. Well, Edwin is like 20, going on 21.
To further specify, this SpicyLucifer69 individual, otherwise known as we'll call him, is ERPing or erotically role-playing with a minor, aka Brookie, who is 16 years old at this time, just turned 16. Absolutely disgusting, not okay, and this man is absolutely a groomer. As mentioned before, Lucifer very clearly doesn't care about what he says or how it impacts others around him. He went ahead and he willingly said the N-word, and then also admitted to being a child enjoyer.
I'm not
HBC.
I wouldn't mind having intercourse with a 13-year-old girl.
What? Lucifer, dude, you are going to jail! About 10 minutes later, a new contact reached out to me on Discord and sent me over 10 different screenshots of terrible things that Lucifer had done. And it's gonna get rough. I'm gonna have to blur a lot of this in the editing process, so just bear with me on that end. But moral of the story is Lucifer, or Certified Gooner as I have learned to call him, posted tons of explicit photos of Naruto characters and has-been hotel characters on his server that was supposedly 18 up. But uh-oh, what's this? Lucifer's 18 plus server can be accessed and seen by minors? But wait, what if the moderators cleverly ask Lucifer if they can restrict access for minors? Well, that's a good idea, but Lucifer instructed the moderators not to do this, and instead chose to ignore the problem. Hey, Lucifer, dummy, you are the problem here. Your goose isn't cooked, it's burnt. Another issue that I have with this whole situation is that Lucifer had the option or ability to fix the issue at hand here, but he denied the moderators the ability to fix it, and instead willingly wanted minors to be able to see explicit photos. It's yucky, gross, and deplorable. And we needed to get this guy offline. By the way, I need eye bleach. You guys don't get to see the photos unblurred, but I have to do it when I'm editing. It's not fun. Please leave a like for my eyes. And then the same contact reached out to me again, stating that Lucifer had created a Naruto roleplay so that he could roleplay with, guess what, minors. Not a big shocker. I'm glad I never started Naruto, but I think this would probably kill it for me. A screenshot is also sent alongside the message, and it's an image of a darker-skinned cat girl, Hinata OC. I don't know what that means, by the way, that the minor uses. Lucifer heavily fantasizes about this character. It wasn't difficult to prove this person was a minor because their literal Discord bio says, minor! How could you not have known she was a minor? Yeah, it's prison time for you, buddy. You're not my buddy. My contact reaches out to me again and sends yet another screenshot. And yes, again, I'm sorry, editor me, but you'll have to blur the image because it's super NSFW. This image was taken from Lucifer's 18 plus quote-quote server that he ran. He posted himself in VR chat getting head from a minor in a has-been hotel avatar with the caption, "Redacted is my pet now." I actually felt my soul leave my body when I first saw this screenshot, by the way. So gross just to not only ERP with a minor, but to call a minor your pet it's beyond frustrating and beyond disgusting, dude. You need to be sent to a prison of some sorts, or get some sort of psychiatric help. Now, another thing that bugs me about this screenshot is other previous victims are also in this screenshot. So not only are you grooming a new victim and posting the screenshot of this minor, you are posting photos of minors in front of other minors that you have groomed and expecting, what, a positive reaction? The only place you'll be getting a positive reaction or response from is other men behind bars. This next screenshot, I honestly granted Lucifer the Goon Master, is what I've decided to call him after this. To be honest with you, the guy was tweaking about how he needed to rub one out in his own public 18-plus Discord server that isn't entirely an 18-plus Discord server because minors can access it. Absolutely insane that he posted yet another screenshot of himself doing an ERP session with a minor. Gross. Again, Lucifer goes ahead and posts in his 18-plus channel, that's not 18-plus, remind you, and we find him sending a photo of yet another ERP session with an individual. However, this time, there is no proof that this said individual in the screenshot was a minor, but even if they weren't a minor, the individual in the back of the screenshot is a minor. Lucifer, what is wrong with you? Let's go ahead and recap real quick. So far, Lucifer crimes are grooming, harassing, hate speech, i.e. unsolicited photography of real-life persons to minors, or in other words, he face revealed to minors, and said the N-word on multiple occasions, committed sexual acts virtually several times with children, doxed people's private usernames and private information, and leaked real-life names and real faces. So the list goes on and on and on of the crimes you've committed. As of yesterday, another victim reached out to me in a Discord group chat, and this victim is actually one of the minors that you, Lucifer, had brought to some sort of virtual sex dungeon. You have not only harassed this minor, but also scarred them to the point where they are afraid to get in VR. This is unacceptable. This is very, very degenerate behavior. The evidence is undeniable, yet Lucifer continues to claim that all the evidence is fake and curses out anything or anyone that tries to, quote, manhunt him. Basically, he's saying that he's, again, quote, untouchable, and that he's paid the price for all of his actions. His price, as he stated, was a week sentence in prison. Yeah, I don't think so. And even if you did, it should have been a way longer sentence, buddy, for what you've done. I also don't think you told the police that you touched 11-year-old girls in VR, to be honest with you.
And you're not willing to pay attention.
Listen, hear me out, okay? I already got punished for this, okay?
Mm-hmm.
No.
So I spoke with my mom about this.
Yeah.
And trust me,
The way I'm seeing everything, Dance Break is just
you
schizophrenic.
don't want to know what happened.
I'm blocked.
All
Thin
I'm just
air.
gonna say is that I had my internet gone for a little while, so I had to move to my dad's place.
Bro, your internet being gone for a little while has nothing to do with you being a peepophile. Stay on track, little man.
For a little while. I don't think that's a worthy punishment, and...
Tell us how long. Okay, hold on.
Stop raising your voice.
Well, you stop fucking bringing these guys onto my ass. Leave me the hell alone like everyone else
Well, then
has.
start talking to us
We're
like
trying
an
to-
actual fucking adult. Deathblow. Don't raise your voice. We're only making it worse by being the same
I'm
he
not trying to
is
raise my
to
voice. I'm
us.
just telling them.
Just because this is what I want. Because I already been punished.
Internet privilege. Oh, you lost your devices for a day or two. Big whoop.
Listen, we can end this right now, okay? I'll immediately
Yes,
go.
by allowing us to contact your parents.
I think that's a wonderful idea. Please, Lucifer, hand over your mother's contacts, your parental figures. Well, I suppose if you have a father, you probably wouldn't have acted like this. But either way, please send over your parents' contact information. Either way, it doesn't matter anymore.
Why? Just why? You really want to get that personal?
Yes, Lucifer. Although we're not the ones making it personal, you're the one who made it personal by grooming children and interacting with minors sexually and being just all around a giant douchebag. So I suggest that you turn yourself over to the police, probably, and that's probably the best thing you can do for yourself. Because your friends are right. You are affecting their stance.
Well, we could just easily avoid each other, block each other, and never speak to each other again. That's the same exact
Because
deal I
if
had
we
with
do
previous
that-
enemies.
These people aren't your enemies. These are people who are trying to get you to change and for you to admit to fault. They're trying to get you to be a better person, but you are still Lucifer, you are still a being, a bad person. You are still ERPing with minors even to this day. Just the other day, just yesterday, I got another complaint about how you were interacting with a minor. It's very clear to me that your actions will not cease anytime soon. There is another individual named Driftro Wolf who has constantly defended Lucifer and attempted to obstruct evidence and proof, and claims that it's all just a scheme to make Lucifer and Driftro look bad. When, truthfully, you are the one who makes yourself look bad by hanging out with a groomer, aka Lucifer. But it's different when you wind up yourself also being a groomer. That's right, Driftro. We have a screenshot of you with your wiener out in front of a minor in VR. You're gross, you're done, and you're lucky we don't have more information on you, or else I'd file another police report. In this screenshot, Driftro is 19 and the other individual, High on Life, is 15. You look pretty guilty to me, and on top of that, your attempts to obstruct evidence and pretending to be a VRChat moderator, which is against VRChat's terms of services for those who don't know, and overall, good try, buckaroo, try again some other year.
You're so bad.
If you get Bob Dylan involved, your account will be suspended forever, permanently.
Wow, I didn't realize that VRChat's moderators were secretly avian furries with fedoras. That's really awesome. Also supposedly went ahead and doxed a kid that you did not like on VRChat. Now, if that isn't just downright despicable, to avoid any sort of lawsuit against me for defamation or character, I've decided to cover over the suspect's face and show you his actions off the platform. Okay, blur the entire thing. Don't just blur his face. Blur everything. Well, I'm scarred for life now, but apparently he doesn't just love Naruto so much to the point where he'd ERP with minors, but he'd also get a new fade.
Experience with this bastard, let me make this perfectly clear to all of you. I am not, I repeat, I am not a pedophile. Just to set the record straight, I am not a pedophile, okay? Groomer, maybe.
He also loves cosplaying, or rather, cosplayer anime girls? I don't know what to say about this other than yuck, and no thank you.
This is a wobbly! Everybody put their hands up! Put the uwus in the bag and everybody get to keep the nico kneecaps.
Well, putting all of that cringe aside, there is also the fact that I just want to quickly revisit the fact that Lucifer had also doxed real faces and real names and posted photos and videos of those on his YouTube and in his Discord, and pinged the user that he was doxing and called them out, and all around the dude is just a piece of crap person. There's no way to deny it at this point, and all these allegations, he can't get out of it. I had received the opportunity to speak with several people or witnesses and victims about the Lucifer incident, and listening to them speak, I felt way worse about the situation because I knew they all felt uncomfortable with Lucifer still being around, mainly since he lived in close proximity to a victim's younger sister, an 11-year-old that he attempted to abuse sexually while being 20 years old. Here is that recording now.
He would, when I joined him, he would constantly ask me, what would you do if I brought your sister into a sex dungeon world? I just left that question unanswered, and he would constantly ask me that every time I joined him. In that said sex dungeon world, he would bring, like, handful of children there. It's, like, really weird. And whenever my sister was, like, with him, like, just generally, like, playing with him, like, a murder 4 or something, he would ship whatever avatar she was wearing with what he was wearing. And that made her really uncomfortable. Whenever her friend, Puffer was there, he would tell Puffer, oh, I'm gonna tell the sexual joke to my sister, them both being 11 at the time. It's like he doesn't take no for an answer at all. Because, like, I met him through, like, Puffer and her friend group, because I generally thought he was, like, a cool guy to have my sister play around, because she just got a VR, and she wanted to make friends, so I thought, hey, he was a cool guy, let her play with him, for her to start being friends with someone. Because I don't really let her be friends with older people until I think they're safe. But after like a month into like being friends with him, he started getting weird. It's like when all the shipping shit started happening. Then the sex engine, because he started ERPing with people later to find out they're like from the age range of 15 to 17.
Come back.
He was like, "Oh, hey Puffer, you might have to leave because we're doing like a sexual video," and it was like a whole group of people. Then when Puffer was like playing Truth or Dare with him, Puffer got a dare to like kiss the least attractive person there. He was like, "Oh, let me send you a picture of myself so you can see how I look like," and she was like, No, thank you, I don't need to." And he just like sent it anyway. It's not any NSFW pictures. It's just pictures of himself. In June, I joined him to see what he was doing because I haven't seen him in a while, and he was in a Beatles world. And he was wearing an Alistair avatar, which was NSFW. He had his whole schlong out, and I was like, "Oh, hey, can you put that away? I don't feel comfortable like getting close to you guys when you're like out there." He completely ignores me. I get closer, but like still far away from the mirror that they were at. He was like sitting cross-legged, comes over to me, puts me in his lap with his schlong still out. Completely made me uncomfortable. Mind this, I'm 17. He's like 21.
I
They
told
keep
her
saying
you
it's
need
in
to
the
fix your shit.
past is in the past. It doesn't matter.
Sounding.
It's like it still matters.
I can't do that either.
Yes, you
And
can.
this Naruto dude, he's like saying he's trying to better himself, but he's currently with a 15-year-old. And like just the other night, someone was like taking pictures of them because they were being really sexual in a fucking Teletubbies world. Yes. And he's like, "Oh, it's fine because it's roleplay. It's not really real."
Most of the evidence, some of the evidence that we have, is actually him writing himself out because he posts that shit on the internet, public.
Then he had his own Discord server. It was full of minors, and they had access to the NSFW channel. Everyone asked him, "Hey, can you put a lock on the channel so minors don't have access to it?" He flat out ignored him, even his damn mods, let alone me being one of his mods. And half of the porn in that damn channel was children. Child pornography was in the damn channel. And while they were together, I got him to admit he was role-playing with European with minors, and she flat out deleted all that evidence. Deleted it all.
You can try to destroy and delete all the evidence, Lucifer, but it's not going to work. It was extremely frustrating and saddening to hear the victim's like extreme and genuine worry. You can just hear it in her voice, the worry in her tone, and the energy and the passionate movement that they put into their communication made the situation even more real and made me feel even more passionate about getting you caught. The voices of the people and the evidence provided are undeniable, and truthfully, I know my voice alone isn't going to make a difference, but all of our combined voices and efforts to be what catches a genuinely and vile and gross man. That is what you are, Lucifer. Both digitally and physically assaulting 11-year-olds. I've written a 20-page documentary, as I've mentioned before in the description below. Lucifer, I've also gone ahead and reported you to the cyber tip line so that there is a guarantee that you are not getting away. I also went ahead and reported your account on YouTube, reported your account on Discord. I'm trying to scrub you from the internet because you are a bad guy. And thank you guys so much for watching to the end of this video, and I'm sorry that it's been so dark. And I'll see you all in the next one. Goodbye, folks.